Hello everyone and welcome back to the bonus stage. We are your hosts. My name is Jeff Ward.
My name is Tom Higgins.
And today, I guess last week we talked about Sniper Elite. And we did a big video about that. We did a retro review.
I guess we talked about
it. Game came out in 05, right?
05.
So it's been out for 8 years now. Or no, sorry, 7 years now. And Sniper Elite, could...
Give or take, 7 years.
Yeah, 7 years. And Sniper Elite V2 is kind of what spurred this. We need to do a review of Sniper Elite because the demo came out about 2 weeks ago, I think. About 2 weeks ago.
2 to 3 weeks.
So we've been playing the shit out of the Sniper Elite V2 demo. Available on Xbox 360, PS3, I believe.
Probably Steam.
The game is going to be released on PC, but I don't think you can get a demo of it on PC, which sucks. But if you can, go and find it because it's well worth playing. So there's been significant changes from Sniper Elite to Sniper Elite V2 that really make the game go that much step further. Because technically, they could have been like...
Step 1, HD Nazis.
Yeah, I mean, really, all they could have done was brought it over, made it look a little nicer, and given us slow-mo bullet shots. We probably still would have bought the damn thing. But they did. They put a lot of stuff into it. So,
like X-rays.
Yeah. So let's actually talk about more of the game mechanics. I mean, there's a ton more things you can do. Bullet drop. Let's just explain the whole bullet physics thing because they are pretty intense if you want to go up to the marksman level. If you're on cadet, essentially you just shoot a bullet and wherever you're pointed, that's where the bullet goes.
Call of Duty bullets.
Yeah. And if you want to go up a step, you can go to, which I believe is marksman.
Yeah.
And that enables bullet drop.
Yeah.
And bullet drop is something that if you're a big fan of Battlefield, any of the Battlefield series, that's what happens in Battlefield is bullet drop. You have to account for the distance that the bullet has to travel and gravity's pull on that object. So it's actually really cool. Depending on how far you are, that shot could be insanely difficult to make, especially if you're shooting upwards.
Yeah, it doesn't matter depending on, distance. It's also where you are and where they are because you have to count, bullets don't drop as much per se if you're shooting down.
Yeah.
Shooting it straight at the ground, right? So
exactly.
You've got all that fun stuff, and then if you jump up to the Elite mode, which is their hardest mode, you get the bullet drop and wind, which means you have a cross effect where, depending on where you're aiming, you might have wind blowing left to right or right to left.
Yeah, and it's fairly easy to kind of read out exactly where the wind resistance is. They show you on the scope.
You have a little tick on the top of your scope that simply just bounces back and forth according to the wind.
But it doesn't make it any easier to shoot. It's like a guide, but it's not like they're holding your hand. It's pretty difficult to get the hang of. And if you're on the Elite difficulty setting, the enemies are super aware and super, they'll gun you down super quick.
The one thing I really like is they actually give you a custom difficulty, so you can put on all the physics you want for the ammo, but keep the enemy still at
marksman.
The marksman setting, or if you're really just into it for the shooting, you can put them on cadet. You still have, bullet drop wind. It's just they're dumb as posts, and they're pretty much going to stand there waiting for you to shoot them. Yeah,
and I'm going to put some gameplay underneath this this video just so you guys can see what we're talking about if you haven't seen the game yet.
They're getting special treatment.
Yeah. So when you go into the game, into the demo, you're given, I would say, an average length demo. There's, I don't know, roughly 25, 30 guys to kill.
Pretty much.
And some of the really cool things is you're not just setting up your next sniper shot every time. There are engagements where you're going to have to use your... I want to call it Werelock, but that's not what it is. That's Clan Werelock. Yeah, Welrod, which is a silenced pistol, which has one round.
The first silenced pistol, so it's wildly inaccurate. One round. You're 2 feet away, you're
the crosshairs are the spread is ridiculous.
This guy is standing there in the round,
he's what the hell was that? But you also get, a Thompson, there's MP40s and stuff that you can have, which is really cool. So you're not just always reliant on your sniper rifle. Some of the cooler things are luring enemies into traps.
Yeah.
Something you've played with actually quite a bit. Yeah. I've only done it a few times because I just really like shooting Nazis.
Yeah. I played with everything they give you in the demo, essentially. So they give you straight-up tripwires, which is the grenade on the spike. You stand back in the ground, you pull over the cord, you pin it down. That was probably a little much.
Yeah.
You pin it down, and then if anybody goes over it, thankfully, if you walk over it, I haven't seen it tripped off by me walking over it.
Well, that's good.
One would presume you know where the trap is, you know how to avoid it. But yeah, you can set up the trap. You can just leave it so that way if it's a patrol route, a guard will trip over it. If there's a firefight and, that's the entrance they can get at you, grenade goes off, they're trying to, they're right at your door, essentially.
Yeah.
Literally. Or you can just set it up and start chucking rocks, because it's one of the features you have in this game where you can throw a rock and
yes.
make a little bit of a sound. You get the German guy, you know, like, what the hell?
Yeah, which is very Sam Fisher.
Very Sam Fisher.
But that also kind of comes into play a little bit.
Yeah. There are a lot of points. There's a couple spots in the demo. I'm not really going to worry about spoilers because it's the demo. Anyway.
Yeah, it's a demo.
There's one bit where you're coming through a building. You're going to the top of it to try and kind of accomplish a main mission goal, it looks like.
Yeah.
When you get up to the top, if you step out this doorway, you'll tip off a guard who's on the floor above you, but there's also a sniper across the way. So the easiest way to do this one, I find, was I would set up the tripwire in the doorway before the one where the sniper and the guard will get alerted, and I'll just start chucking rocks into the room until the German guy hears it.
Yeah.
Or if he does, if rocks don't work, I'll just take out my SMG and just strafe the wall or something.
Yeah. Or take out the sniper. That sound will come in. He'll just walk in anyway.
That one's a little harder to do because you essentially have to set up the mine right there and then sit there and be like,
yeah,
a little harder to do, but you can sit there, you can set it all up so that way the traps will go, you can throw the rock, the guard will hear it. You have to be really close for those, but they work wonderfully because it doesn't really tip off that many people.
Yeah, it essentially tips off as many people are in the vicinity of the rock. I mean, throwing a rock
is a rock.
The thing is, World War II, a lot of rocks hanging around, a lot of rubble. Things just fall apart all over the time because of artillery.
Going.
Yes, exactly. So I mean, one rock isn't going to affect a group of people. What's that? They're not all going to be like super. What the hell is it? Like in Metal Gear Solid, right? Like one tiny noise and 5 guys hear it because they're all on high alert. That's not the way this is played.
Yeah. The rocks can work really well to your advantage. Like you don't necessarily have to use traps because, like we talked earlier, you got the well rod, so you can throw that into a room and the guard, he'll go in to find the rock. He'll go to essentially where you threw it.
Yeah. Look straight down at it. Oh, that's a rock.
Essentially. So you throw that into a room, and essentially if you just wait next to the wall, he'll walk in, and you can just walk up behind him, cap him, or stealth kill him.
Snap his neck.
You can leave them. What else do you get? You can get AT mines.
Yeah.
Infantry can set those off, which is kind of surprising, but you can get AT mines. You do come across.
Shoot them.
Yeah, you can shoot them. You can shoot pretty much anything that explodes.
Yeah, you can snipe a grenade on a guy's belt and it'll blow him up. It'll blow everybody up around him. Let's actually, because we're about to kind of run out of the time we're going to put towards this video, but let's talk about essentially what the main draw of this game is. Slow motion, sniper shot, Nazi kill cams.
Yes. Bullet cam, always fun.
Yes.
Slow motion, always fun. Nazis, always fun, provided your nationality.
Yeah, always fun to kill. This is a game where they have taken what really, like, the only thing about Sniper Elite that everybody liked was the slow motion kill cam. They've taken that to the next level, and then some.
They took kind of a cue from Mortal Kombat, which sounds weird, but they pulled out that X-ray. Like, if anybody's played Mortal Kombat and you do those special combos, you get that X-ray mode where you're just shattering bones and, like,
ribs
crushing
come
organs.
Apart and shit.
You get the same deal. So as the bullet gets closer to the guy, his skin fades out, and you see his outline for his body, but you see his skull.
Yeah.
You can see his eyes. You can
all
see
the vital organs.
You can see just about anything important.
Testicles, people. Testicles are in this game, and you can pop them with a sniper. Most fucking fun I've ever had in a game is shooting a man's testicles on purpose and having the camera go right in on his junk. X-ray it and, like, pop, like, it hurts, but it's fucking funny as hell. That'll get you goose stepping, that's for sure.
There's really no real reason to pay attention to the story. They're one of their pre-order bonuses, like, you get to rewrite World War II history by killing Hitler.
Yes.
I don't care about that. I just want to see bullets in slow-mo hitting people.
I want to friggin' snipe that tiny mustache right off of his face. Like, that's what I just want to rip and kill. And I'm so pumped for that. The story behind it is essentially loosely between the end of World War II, a lot of Nazi war scientists were working on V2 rockets that essentially
the Sniper Elite.
Yes, were pushed into what became the Cold War. So you're trying to stop these scientists in their progression. You get to actually take one of them out at the end of the demo. It's really a lot of fun. We're going to buy this game on launch. The demo sold me on it completely. If you have a chance and you haven't yet, download the demo. It's free. That's what it's for. You're going to love it. And the game comes out May 2nd? May 2nd, so what, a week? 2 weeks?
I guess they're going
not
for
this week, but next week.
V2 kind of a thing there. May being the 5th month.
5th month, V for Roman numeral symbol. Makes sense. Cool. I'm super excited. Gonna play the hell out of it.
Oh, yeah.
You're gonna get a review for sure right here on the bonus stage on YouTube, but we'll also do one on the show. So if you guys listen to our podcast as well too, you can get it there. Most likely first, depending on when they come out. Next week, we're gonna be taking a look at the sales numbers, and we're kind of competing the 3DS, which Tom owns, and the PS Vita, which I own. And we'll also be doing separate reviews of either of those systems because we haven't done so on the show here.
Yeah.
So that's it for this week. We're your host. My name is Jeff Ward.
My name's Tom Higgins.
And we'll see you later.